everyone, so today I'm finally doing my how to dye your roots at home video. I'm sorry for about what I'm going to say. It's going to be very boring, but it's necessary because I'm going to get a lot of hate, I think. In this video I am not claiming to be a hairdresser. I'm not trained as a hairdresser, so anything you try after my advice is your own risk. I recommend if you've never ever bleached your hair before and this is like the first time you're ever seeing it, just don't do it yourself. Go to a hairdresser and get it done a few times first. The reason I say that is because bleach is obviously a very harsh product. It's very dangerous. You do not want your hair just to snap off and fall out. You do not want your hair to go bright orange, and just all of those things can happen. You just really want to make sure that you know what you're doing before you attempt this. With that being said, after this lot of hair I've done, I'm probably going to go to the hairdresser from now on because, to be completely 100% honest with you, this entire process is very long, very boring. You can screw up so easily. I just feel like I'd rather pay the $100 to $200 and sit there, relax, read a magazine, get pampered, and make sure, you know, have the guarantee it's going to actually come out how I want it to come out. With that being said, if you want to learn how to save some money, how to do your roots at home without having to shell out to do them, and you've been going to the hairdresser for the last year or two, you're just totally sick of paying them money to do something that you think you can do yourself, then I'm showing you how I do it personally and the products that I use. The way that I learned how to do this was watching my mum, who was a hairdresser. She was the one that made me go blonde last time. She helped me do my roots a few times while I've had blonde hair this time, so I've just kind of copied some of the things she does, except she doesn't go solid colours. She always just did literally foils, like sections of hair, and left some of my natural colour in, but I just went completely blonde because I just find it easier to do myself. I'm so messed up at trying to section my hair. I'm not perfect at this, I'm not amazing. This is how I do it. I don't care about having perfect results. I just do it and hope for the best. Okay, so at the moment obviously I have no makeup on because I'm gonna have to hop in the shower a couple of times, so I didn't think there was much point to wear makeup in this video, so sorry about that. I'm going to tell you all the things you're going to need. So first of all, you're going to need some gloves because you do not want to touch the bleach with your hands. It'll burn your skin, it'll get sore, it'll make you peel, it'll just be a big mess. You're going to need one of these little brush comb things with the little brush on the end so you can brush it onto your hair easily. You're going to need the powder bleach, you know, to mix the bleach hair. This one here is called High Lift and it's the blue blonde highlighter. It's meant to make you less orangey, but it doesn't do a very good job, to be honest. And then some cream peroxide. I'm using 6% just because I don't want to use the most high percent because my hair will fry. And also I find the lower percentage I use, the kind of less orange it pulls, so I like to use 6 or lower. They didn't actually have any lower at the shop, so I'm just using 6% today. You're also going to need some tin foil, and I have just cut mine up into squares and then I fold down one side so that you have a clean side to place against your head. And to mix the bleach in, I'm just using a bowl, like a ceramic bowl that I don't really care about, so that I can just chuck it out afterwards. So today for my hair, I'm only actually going to be doing the front lot. I'm not going to do underneath just because no one can really see it unless I tie up my hair, which I don't do very often. And I just want to let my hair kind of breathe a bit. I don't want to over process it. Plus it's a lot harder to do the back yourself. So I'm going to start from where my ears are and go around. So my hair right now is quite dirty. You don't want to do bleach on wet hair, but it can be clean. You could have washed your hair this morning, you could wash it yesterday, the day before, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that it's dry so that the bleach can actually work properly. So when you mix your bleach, it's pretty much just to the consistency that you like, so I'll kind of just mix it and then show you how I did it. If you've never used bleach before, make sure you do a spot test, do a tiny section of hair, I don't know, that big, and just do one, let it develop, let it do everything, rinse it out, and then check that you haven't had any reactions to it at all. I'm taking 2 scoops of this, and hopefully that'll be enough for now. You can always mix more later, so don't go worrying about making too much. It's better to make less than what you need just because you don't really want it sitting in the air because it smells pretty bad. So this is the way I like my consistency of bleach. Okay, so I'm going to do all of my bottom bits and I'll get to the top and then I'll show you what I do, because you do the exact same thing all over, and I just, you know, I want to make it easier for you guys to see. You can't really see what I'm doing down here. Okay, so I've done all the lower layers and I've just got this portion at the top to do. So what I usually do is start from the very back, and I'm really crap at parting my hair, so I just kind of grab portions. And the reason I'm wrapping my hair up in tinfoil is one, so that I know where I've been and I don't miss any spots, and two, because it'll help speed up the processing time a little bit because they'll heat up. So just take your little section, and it's probably easier getting your friend to help you do this because it's really hard to see what you're doing from the back. I just kind of use the brush as well as use my fingers because it's so much easier just to pick it up with your fingers and rub it in. Make sure you don't overlap the blonde you already have too much, because otherwise you're going to get breakage. And then take your piece of tin foil and then wrap it up. Make sure while you're bleaching that you're wearing a top you don't really care about, just in case you drop some bleach on yourself, because obviously it's just going to bleach your clothes, and that sucks because I've done that to a good top before. So just work your way forwards. I kind of just go side to side so that's a bit more even. My arms are hurting so bad at this point. And make sure that you work quite quickly, because obviously it's processing as you're doing your hair, so you don't want, you know, parts to be way blonder than other parts, etc. If you feel more comfortable, you can do like half your head, wait for it to develop, rinse it, and then do the other half, wait for it to develop and rinse it, so that you have an even colour. Okay, so I rinsed out my hair, and this is what I'm left with, a bit of orange. So you can see it's quite majorly different from the rest of my hair. So what you want to do is sit there with purple shampoo in your hair for a while. The one I'm going to use is the Fudge Clean Blonde Violet shampoo, and you don't want to put this on with your hands because it'll dye your hands purple. I've already purple shampooed it a bit, but it's not budging. And don't put this on any hair that's already blonde, because you're going to have purple hair. I've already got a few purple bits lingering in there, so I don't want to make my whole head purple. If you do leave it in for too long, or you get some of your hair purple, don't worry about it. It's just going to fade away after a couple washes. You can use like a proper toner, but I find that purple shampoo works way better. Like, it's so much stronger, and when your hair comes out like real orange like that, it's a lot easier. And the reason it probably came out a lot orange is because I took it out pretty quickly. I only left it in for about 15 minutes. And then I'm just going to let this sit here for ages. I'm just going to test it every 10-15 minutes. I'll rinse off a little patch and just see how blonde it is, or if it's still orange. I'm just going to leave it there until I get it a pretty good colour, and then I'll come back. Okay, so now it is actually a couple of days later. I got held up after I finished dyeing my roots. A whole lot of my brushes arrived and all this other junk, so I had to kind of postpone the filming for a day or two. So it's 2 days later, and this is the finished product. You can see I do have a bit of purple shampoo stains in my hair, which will come out within 1 or 2 washes. I'm not too worried about that. But that's what my roots came out like. They're still quite bright because I need to tone them a bit more, but that's basically what you're going to come out with. If you don't leave your roots as long as I did, then you're going to get a bit of a better outcome, just because the more roots you have, the more heat goes on, and it just goes a bit of a brighter colour rather than an ashy colour. I don't know the real science behind it, but all I know is when your roots are shorter, it comes out a lot better. So please remember what I said about the beginning of the video. I don't recommend you to do this if you've never done anything to your hair before, you've got no experience, you don't know what you're doing. Just go see a hairdresser for the first few times at least, and make sure you've got some knowledge behind you. I only did this video because I got requested to do it so much. And some people just want to save a bit of money and all that kind of stuff, which is totally up to you. Some people want to pay the money, some people don't. So this is just how I do it, and yeah. Sorry for so many disclaimers, but you really have to do it with this kind of video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. Actually, next week it's beginners week, so I'll be uploading a video every single day of different beginners techniques and all that jazz. Have a really good day, really good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.